Welcome to the 26th episode of the Sketchbook Heroes with me, Ilias.
And me, Robert.
And together we are the Jolly Fellas.
Jolly good. Yes.
Sketchbook Heroes podcast.
They're good fellas. Sketchy fellas.
Artists of the world unite. Step out of your comfort zone into the danger zone.
And we're back.
Hello, people.
Hello, people. Welcome to the Sketchbook Heroes podcast.
The Sketchbook.
With me, Elias.
And me, Robert.
Yeah, welcome. So, Vicky brains on.
Yeah.
First of all, thank you for all the support. I've been getting tons of, are they private messages or direct messages?
I don't know.
Whichever it is nowadays.
Is it something you only can see?
No, we got some on Sketchbook Heroes, on the Instagram.
DMs?
And DMs. And some on my personal one regarding Sketchbook Heroes. And
Same here, actually.
Also comments that they're hooked.
Yeah.
So
thank you, everybody.
Tons of thank yous.
And please keep sending them.
Keep sending them. They are awesome.
Yes. Yeah.
Please consider rating us on iTunes. It means the world to us. And it really helps us reach other artists out there that might be struggling with drawing hands, motivation, drawing the other eye. Like, no matter what it is that people struggle with.
Shading.
Or humping my mother or something that someone commented about their biggest artist struggle.
So good.
Like, no matter what it is that you struggle with, if it's humping my mother or leaving a comment on iTunes, just, like, it really helps us a lot if you do that. Like,
watch
just
your
comment.
wonky hip.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. You don't want to get stabbed, son. So, yeah. Please rate us on iTunes. Visit us on Instagram, Facebook, wherever.
Everywhere.
We're everywhere, yeah. So, sketchbookheroes.com if you're confused.
That's where you find us.
That's what he said.
Yeah. But also YouTube, remember. Because we're going to get going with that after summer when we have more time.
Yep.
And do the live streamings and everything. Mm-hmm. So please subscribe and push that little bell button so you get notified when we actually post stuff.
And if you don't get notified, sign up to the sketchbookheroes.com newsletter. That's like on the first page. Because when we do live streams, I will send out an email saying live stream is going on like right now, bitches. And then you will not miss it.
Like right now.
Exactly. But we will only do that for the live. The newsletter people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, special contests will only be held on that page.
Yes. So it's worth it, y'all.
Mm-hmm. Maybe a T-shirt will be thrown in there somewhere in autumn.
Maybe I'll have had time to wash it.
Or maybe we'll print them a new one.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, fine.
But we were talking about free stuff. I don't want to pay more money.
Yeah. So awesome, guys. Thanks for the support. I'll enhance Robert's comment. This episode.
Yeah, what are we doing?
We're talking about how to stay creative during the summer break.
Yeah.
If you're having one of those.
Man, that's a great idea. Yeah.
All right, guys. Let's do this.
Who-wee. Oh, man. I can't wait for Rick and Morty season 3.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be awesome.
Soon.
I just checked and then I was like, I don't remember when it was supposed to. Please.
What is it, like 30th?
I don't remember.
Of July?
Dude, I don't remember. I just go in every now and then and check.
Yeah, but I just saw the trailer for season 3 and it looks amazing.
Did you see that pre-episode?
The first episode?
Yeah. The first. I didn't.
April Fool's episode.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
So good.
Yeah, I did not.
Pickle Rick! Sorry.
I don't get the reference.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So how can you stay creative during the summer break? Robert. No, just kidding.
I'm like, what?
The thing is, for me, and this is, I think, the tip that we're going to give that is the most important one.
Yeah.
Get like one of those sketchbooks that you can have in your back pocket, if a back pocket is something you have in your pants.
I would say go a little bit bigger maybe, because, well, that's me personally.
I totally get that, but when I go bigger and I have the kids, like when they do weird shit and I have to run after them, I can just put it in my back pocket and run after them.
Yeah.
So if you have those like cargo pant short thingies, then fucking get a bigger one.
Yeah, A6.
But for me, A6 is like the biggest one that I get. A6 fits in my pants.
Yeah. A5.
The worst joke ever. I didn't even get it.
We're so tired. But no, I would go A5, definitely. I wouldn't go smaller than that. That's like the normal moleskin size.
I totally get you.
Yeah.
But I get, like...
Because they're easy to carry with you. Like, seriously, you just buy a purse. If you want, buy a man purse, if you feel better about that.
Or one of those, like...
fanny pack.
You just bring the fanny pack back.
But that's so hipster now.
The Sketchbook Heroes fanny pack.
Oh, we should make those.
Right?
Perfect for
I've actually thought of a
sketchbook.
Sketchbook Heroes sketchbook. I'll explain the concept after the podcast.
Wow. Nice. Okay.
I will explain.
I'm liking it. All right. So that's the number one tip. You get a sketchbook. It doesn't matter whatever it is. If you know that you're going to carry around your backpack like I do, or we do pretty much all the time, then obviously go with something that's more convenient and easier to draw in. Because if I get a sketchbook that is too small, I feel like I can't do anything in it. Like it's not worth it.
The thing is, the reason why I want them to get the smallest one is just to have something they can carry on. Like depending on your the size of your
ego. Balls.
Sure.
Shirt.
Or just clothes. Or bag. Or whatever you have with you. Because if I bring something too big, like the purpose one, does not do it for me. I can't put it anywhere unless I have a separate bag.
Yeah.
Don't want that with the kids. So I have something that I can carry in my back pocket. And I just do studies on it. It takes away all that pressure of doing something good because the pages are small. Yeah. Sure, I can fill them up with something, but I'd rather just do the studies. I think it's easier in that book to keep myself just doing studies and drawing stuff.
And letting go.
And letting go, exactly. Because I bought it for that purpose. So when someone looks through it, it's not very good.
Purpose.
But you can actually buy the purpose in A6 now.
What?
Yeah, I saw them recently. I thought of getting a few and then oh no, I should probably not buy more.
Holy fuck sticks.
But now that I'm thinking about it, I should have bought one. God damn it. I'll do that tomorrow.
Of course, because it's purpose.
It's purpose.
You need it.
You need purpose.
Yes. I like it.
All right, let's roll with it.
All right, so that's number one. You get a sketchbook.
I think that is the most important one.
Yeah.
Because the sketchbooks don't require batteries. They don't require anything.
No.
So what you need to do, like step 2, depending on what you want to work with, I would say get one sort of liner. Like, please stay to unerasables.
Yeah.
And if you're going to have anything erasable, I would go for anything from Pilot. Like, I'm thinking of the friction pens.
Yeah.
Because then you can sort of you still have to make decisive lines.
Yeah.
But if you fuck up, you can I guess,
still
erase. Yeah.
And did you know the cool thing about them is that if you
this
put
is
them
not sponsored. And did you know that the cool thing?
No, but I didn't know this.
Okay.
But if you put them in in a freezer or cold, the ink comes back. Yeah. Yes.
I know that you can remove them if you write on a wall and you have a hairdryer, you can sort of get them off. So that I knew, but I didn't know that you could do the reverse.
No, I had no idea. And I actually haven't tested this, but
no, I haven't
the
either.
Pilot people told me. So I'm trusting these crazy Pilot people.
Yeah, they're pilots.
You have to trust pilots. Otherwise, you die. Or you don't
But
fly.
moving back to, any pen. I would take, what I usually do is I take a random non-erasable ballpoint, preferably blue, and for me. And then I take either a brush pen or a marker. The problem with markers is I guess they bleed through if you want to spend both sides of the paper. That's not a good option. But any other sort of brush marker that has more of non-alcoholic ink will do. So any Kuretake, whatever the fuck the brushes are called, in colors are awesome. So grab a thin one, because then you can do details with one and the
big shapes
and shading with the other one. I think those are complementary, awesome as shit.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So choose your weapons, pretty much, is the next step. So get the sketchbook of your size and choosing. Something that you don't feel like a hassle to carry with you. I think that is the most important one, no matter the size. If you can carry an A3, do that, you know. So get that. Get the pens that you like. No pencils.
Yeah.
Keep the pencils at home.
Yeah.
And keep your pens to a minimum. And then sort of decide what is it that you want to improve at. And then you bring that fucker to every occasion. You're going to the beach?
You bring it.
You bring it.
Oh, it's been brought it.
Exactly. Right. You're going to your in-laws?
You be bringing it.
You be bringing it. Like, it's great to be social with them, but it's boring. Yeah. Depending on your in-laws, of course.
Of course.
Some in-laws are awesome. Some are alcoholics.
Just bring the sketchbook.
Just bring the sketchbook. Exactly. It's not up to... So, and then, again, draw for fun if you want. If that's who you are and you don't really need the study, which everyone, I guess, does anyway.
Yeah.
But if you want to get better, I would say decide on specifically what do you want to get better at.
Yeah.
So if it is life drawing, summer is the perfect time to do it because people are...
naked.
Exactly. In Sweden, we don't wear a lot during the summer, especially at the beach. Beach. I was like, bitch.
Especially as a beach. Slap at the beach.
Slap at the beach. Yeah, wow. That reference.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good movie, though.
Very good. Yeah, so life drawing on the beach or wherever you are.
It's perfect.
Yeah. That way, study muscles and different body types. And
different
everything.
body types, everything. Yeah, you get it all.
It's perfect.
And also... cars. There's tons of cars out there.
Oh yeah, especially
last time I looked
in Sweden also.
Yeah,
you got the raggers.
The different type of cars. Yeah, those are awesome.
The cruisers showing off their cool cars.
So that's actually like really good things that you can do. And don't. I think the most important thing that we have to sort of push for here. It doesn't have to be good.
No.
If you're feeling shame to show this to anyone, you're probably doing it right.
Yeah, so don't show it.
Yeah. Like Robert usually says, remove your ego from the equation, okay?
Yeah.
Just take that, kick it in the ass, like leave it at home, wherever you need to. I love that I did that.
Use the Migo, not the ego. I just made that up.
The 3 amigos. Yeah. So try not to think too much about the things you do, because if I show you some of the stuff that I've done in mine,
you would throw up all over it.
Pretty much, yeah.
No,
but you wouldn't sort of like, oh, this is Elias' finest work. Like you wouldn't maybe not even see that it's mine, except you.
Yeah, I was just gonna say like, but
Robert would.
When I look at it, I can see the progress, and I can see sort of how you used those small thumbnails or crappy sketches to create the stuff you are creating, which are amazing as always. But yeah, I don't do these type of small studies. Elias has always been really good at doing it. Like I said or probably said in a different episode, I don't know. I just sort of copied Elias, and that's how I learned stuff. And it was good. It was like skipping a few chapters, which I regret now.
yeah, but of course, dude, how many chapters of that book do we have?
Walking back to that point, which I missed.
Exactly. And, I'll read this, and then I'll jump to the end and just take the good bits. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a good Stephen King book. Nobody's going to understand that reference because I don't. Yeah.
I love that you worst whatever the word I'm looking for is.
But yeah, so studies. Of course, try to like really think about the stuff that you want to learn. Try to study that, and like Elias said before, also try to combine that with stuff that you like doing.
Yes.
To make it a little bit more fun, because obviously it's vacation time. We don't want you to be miserable, just sitting drawing crap that you don't want to draw all the time.
Yeah.
But if you like really manage to pull yourself together and do it, you are gonna like gain a lot.
Yeah.
And we're talking levels here, people. You got a level. That's how you get the Master Sword.
Exactly, and it's so rewarding once you start doing this for a while. So let's say you do just a little every day. Like at some point, some of the things are going to start being good.
Yeah, and you're not going to think about it. Like all of a sudden, you're just going to be able to swoosh it up.
Yeah, and that's the cool part about it. Like, if let's say you're lying on your beach towel, and there's just like a little like sort of seashell, I don't know, like an imprint in the sand, something.
Yeah.
Or little rocks.
Something you find interesting.
And you find that interesting. Just lock that in as a scene. Draw that whole like seashell, like little whatever imprints there are in the sand with the rocks, and then turn it into a scene, add a little character there. Make that like enlarge that sort of thing and put a smaller character, like just a silhouette of someone on the beach that you use as reference or something. And just make it into a little scene where like this tiny human is walking on this ginormous beach, like.
See, you already created something now.
And that's the cool part about it. Just like if
you can't help yourself.
If you have a fruit tray in front of you, for example, like, I'm gonna eat some watermelon, some pineapple, blah 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 blah.
Hell yeah,
and you
pineapples.
have them exactly, and you have them on a tray, for example. Just like draw that and create something out of it. Implement the sort of the beach you're at with that thing, and
exactly.
Just like,
don't get locked into just drawing stuff you see. Like expand.
Like start with the study that is the fruit.
Yeah.
And then once you have the sort of like the information that you want, it's like taking information from real life, simplifying that, like turning it into your style, and then using it, like adding yourself into it. Because I think that is the sort of the hardest part with something, like doing the study and then just slavishly like just chugging away at it. It can be good at times, but if you don't want to waste your vacation, like I wouldn't say it's waste, but you might not want to like work on your vacation.
No. It's vacation.
It's vacation, yeah. So it's good to let go, but you enjoy drawing. You want to level at drawing, then you shouldn't you shouldn't have vacation away from some things. And I think like working out for me, I never take a vacation from it because I don't see the point. No. Like there is like vacation is part of my life. What training is a big part of my life. There's no vacation from a part of my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And drawing is in that category because I enjoy it on a personal level, and so I do that with training as well. And I think it's like I take vacation from work. Drawing for me is not work. No. It's just something that I have the benefit of getting paid for.
Yeah.
And that is awesome.
Yeah. And I used to take vacation to draw.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
Yeah. So I took 2 or 3 weeks off. And it just... I know I've mentioned this before, but I just closed myself in and just went to town on anything that I had at home, or I bought new stuff, tried to experiment, and just really... Yeah. Went way outside of my comfort zone and box and expanded. And I gained so much from doing that. Like... Yeah.
And when we were younger, we would like, this weekend is a drawing weekend.
Oh, yeah.
We would just like go home to Robert's place because he had tons of movies and just...
Still do.
And this was back when movies cost like $30. And you didn't even... No, but like some of them cost like $40, $50.
Oh, yeah.
And you didn't even know if they were good.
Yeah,
I sort of miss that, but I really don't because I don't like burning money. But you sort of appreciated the stuff you bought.
If you're trying to make me feel bad, it's working, okay?
Dude, I have like Jackie Chan movies.
I've spent so much fucking money on movies. Hey, it's insane.
I was like, oh, there's a new Jackie Chan movie. And then you went home, you paid like $45 for it. And he went home and he wasn't in it. No. He was like, he had an appearance. Yeah,
he was on the cover.
Did like a quick appearance and then was never shown. And the movie was shit.
Amazing.
And you couldn't get your money back.
Yeah.
So this is the time we're talking about. So we would lock ourselves in on a Friday or even a Thursday if that was a thing. And we'd just like stay up all night. Robert would be like, okay, we're going to watch, let's decide on these movies.
Yeah.
And then we just like, as soon as they ended, we just switched.
Pop the next one in. Boom.
Exactly. And we sat all night, slept pretty much all day, went for pizza, and then started over.
Yeah.
And this is what we would do like for like 2 to 4 days, like just in a row. Yeah. Just sit there and just like fart in a room and draw and watch cartoons, and
get
draw.
high on the fumes.
Exactly.
Methane. But it fucking worked.
It did work. That's what I mean. Like that sort of like you create this farty creative environment and have your creative juices flow in somehow, you know.
Don't mix the juices in with this. It's way too personal already.
So this is what we mean. Like we didn't. That was on our time off.
Yeah.
From everything else.
Yeah, and that was our vacation time.
Yeah, that was vacation. Yeah.
And it was the best. So especially like if you do have people in your life that draw or are creative or friends, hook up with them and do this. Like you don't have to like lock yourself into a sweaty room and do it, but like get together,
open a window
for a day, just sit and do like these fun challenges that we've been bringing up in previous episodes, and make new stuff up or whatever, or do what what Elias talked about now on the beach. If you're there, you see funny shapes. What can you do with them?
Like, exactly.
Just challenge each other.
And if you have sort of like actually to tie into that is if you do the studies, maybe like, oh, well, why should I draw this? Like, try to think of your end game. Like, how will this benefit me further on? And then think of like, what do you want to achieve? What type of artist are you? Are you a development artist? Are you a concept artist? Are you like a portrait artist?
Architect.
Exactly. No matter what type of artist you are, like tattoo artist, blah, 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 whatever. There's tons of them. Just try to think of like, how will this benefit me? So you do the study, and then some of the studies, maybe you try to incorporate with your style, you know, like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to interpret this in a way that sort of works for my end goal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So try not to just do like realism. If realism isn't the thing you're going for, do it partly realism and partly your shit.
Yeah.
And once you've done, let's say you've drawn trees all day, maybe try to replicate that from imagination. Every page doesn't have to be like, draw this thing. No. Because we don't want you to get locked into the reference that you're using.
No, exactly.
That's why I'm saying like, do the thing and then add your thing.
Yeah.
So just like try to work with the things that you're learning. If you learn how to draw trees for a day, maybe you should try drawing them without reference and see if you can replicate the same sort of believability, like how the leaves part. You know, it's super hard.
It is.
To sort of get those like natural sort of like, what do you call them? Partitions of leaves, and then get those like holes within the leaves and stuff like that. And the shadows like...
Yeah. And not having it look forced.
Exactly. You know? Like it looks like, oh, you placed 3 there, 4 there. You know, like that thing. It's like drawing, what do you call them? Freckles.
Yeah.
And you have like, every character you do has that like same pattern of freckles, you know, because that's the way you draw
6
random.
on that side, 7 on that side.
Yeah, exactly. 3 below the eye. Just try to sort of work that into your system. Like, how do I make this sort of feel natural?
Yeah. Go Frozen on the bitch. Let it go. Let it go. Yeah, you're welcome. No, you're not going to let that song go. Yeah.
So yeah, try to use it creatively. Don't get locked into this whole mindset of, okay, I'm going to draw this thing. And try not to sort of don't only try to find like big things like, oh, this specific tree or, you know, this person or that person. Sometimes when I go around and you see like tech stuff, like let's say I'm sitting at a park bench and you see this sort of like this little mechanical detail. You don't really understand what the fuck it is, but it might be sort of like an interesting sort of, you know, like this could be part of
that's the word we're looking for. Interesting. You find something interesting.
Like it doesn't have to make sense to you always. You know, like it could just be a fun thing that you could maybe, oh, this looks like a part of a robot or, you know, part of this thing.
Exactly. I think that's the most important thing. Like not getting stuck in, you know, in your brain. Like go outside. I can't talk anymore. Like always. But yeah. And also that, I think that's something you need to expand a bit more. Really going in deep and trying to imagine stuff and doing fun challenges with that.
Yeah, with that.
So, yeah, jumping from the one thing to the other, I think one thing that I like doing or would like to do more is you challenge your friend by either like my friend Anna said, making up like your own Pokemons or something like that.
Yes,
like,
Robert, tell them the type of Pokemon that you came up with.
The what, man?
The one that you came up with. You specifically came up with your own Pokemon.
The Cutiemon. Is that what you mean?
Yes, exactly that one.
Super Cutiemon.
No, Robert, the other one. The grown-up Pokemon.
The grown-up Bukakimon?
Yeah, Bukakimon.
Yeah, so draw Bukakimon.
Yeah, that's your challenge for this summer, the Bukakimon.
Yeah. What does he or she look like? Hen. No, but you make up like, or it doesn't have to be a Pokemon. It could be some other Bukaki person.
Yeah, exactly. Anything Bukaki related is fine.
It's fine.
You can also just like skip the Bukaki entirely and
no pressure.
Just do your own gummy bear, your own
whatever bear,
whatever fucking thing you want to do.
You just say you make up a random word, and your friend has to draw whatever it looks like.
Yeah, whatever your friend it looks like.
Or you choose like a song that you like, and you send that song over to your friend, and he or she has to create something from just listening to the song and getting inspired by whatever it could be.
Feel like pina coladas. I'm getting stuck in the rain.
Getting cold.
Cold in the rain.
Cold in the rain.
Remember.
If not,
this was like the first time in like 10 years I've heard that fucking song.
Guardians of the Galaxy, man.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's where. Okay, I lied. I made a lie.
I'm not into yoga, but I am into champagne.
Leave that song alone.
I love it.
Do you want to conclude your?
I was sort of. It was sort of concluded.
Cool.
I think. Yeah, but yeah, just challenge each other by either making up funny words or things, or sharing songs, or maybe even movies. You know, go nuts with this.
You gave me an idea.
Oh, I like this.
What Robert said about sort of releasing your mind from like all this Bukaki stuff. Yeah, we'll call it the Bukaki for a while. And just like the thing that Robert said that kind of gave me an extra idea here was like try to find sort of like interesting shapes. Like try to look at your environment and find characters or like a silhouette of a character that you could create out of sort of said junk tree. The way that two trees and a Vespa sort of combine into this creature, you know, like try to challenge yourself. Like find a silhouette. First draw the silhouette. And then, like, let's say you had that light blue sort of like brush pen, marker type of pen. You just block sort of the silhouette in. Then take that like liner pen or ballpoint pen, whatever you choose. And then just start filling in the details within that shape. It's an awesome way to sort of like create new characters. Because when you draw the way that you draw, like when I draw anatomy,
it kind of looks the same.
It's the same, you know, like I might vary the body sizes, but if I just went for the silhouettes out of shapes that I saw outside, it would force me to sort of like explore.
New world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why don't I know the lyrics to that?
Yeah, same here.
I can show you the world, shining, shimmering splendor. Over, sideways, and under. A whole new world. Yeah, so open your mind to bad singing and silhouette exploration.
Yeah, and that was only character design. Yeah. No.
And also, for complex sort of, if you live in a place where sort of everything isn't just barren desert, if you want to simplify environments, try to find big shapes and block them in with that marker type pen that you carry with. And just try to sort of tell, like capture that in its simplicity. Like, what would this place look like in just two colors? Or like a light and a dark, for example. Yep. Just try to capture that, simplify, remove all the details. You don't need that fucking bike stand. It doesn't, like...
It's not adding anything.
It's not adding anything to these, like, big buildings. Let's say you have two buildings in a scene, you know?
Yeah.
And there are just, like, a few things in that scene that would sort of... that you would need in a silhouette.
Yeah. What is your focus point?
Exactly. Like, what sort of details, you know, big shapes... create this area. Like, how would you recognize this if this was just in darkness.
Yeah.
And you just had the sky as a contrast. Like, what shapes are defining this? Like, try to simplify that, and then just choose a few details that are slightly bigger or smaller than the actual houses that you've drawn that sort of add to that. You know, like, there might be some sort of angled wall or something, you know, that adds a little extra, sort of defining that. But don't go deeper than that until you have those, like, first impressions. Like, if you showed me that silhouette, I'd be that is Stockholm, you know, or that is the San Francisco Bridge.
Yeah.
Like, it's very sort of graphic.
Less is more.
Less is more. And then you add the more. But still, again, like, in a photo, you get a lot of detail. But when you paint that detail, you lose sort of all of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's too much focus everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
So the whole bridge is just a focal point.
It's a big blur.
Yeah, exactly.
Too much shit. Yeah.
So sometimes you just want to, like, let's say you have this, like, building, but you want people to focus on one part of that building.
Yeah.
Then you sort of, like, you might want to turn off the lights on everywhere else.
Exactly.
Maybe not even have all those windows painted, you know? And you have that one window that is a bit more detailed. It has a light in it. You know, like, there's stuff that you're sort of, maybe the brickwork around that place is even, like, more accentuated, and then the rest, it fades off as it goes to the sides, you know?
For some reason, I'm thinking of Frank Miller.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Just the way he paints, like, when he used to paint, because it's really...
Check him out.
A lot of dark,
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Big, dark shapes, and it's so clear. Like, you understand the image perfectly. You don't have to look twice. You understand the whole scene. Like, it's so visual, perfect, awesome. So definitely check Frank Miller out. If you don't know who that is,
shame on you.
Slap yourself in the face.
Exactly. And then
Google it. Yeah.
Is there going to be a Sketchbook Heroes thing? Just slap yourself a couple of times and then Google that shit.
But yeah, Frank Miller, check him out. He is fucking epic. If you don't know who it is the creator of Sin City. It's creator of Batman Year One, The Dark Knight. He is the creator of the epic Daredevil, which became the first season TV show without the crappy horned costume.
What?
The ninja suit. And fucking Ronin and 300 and like just the list goes on and on.
A lot of good stuff.
And on. Amazing.
And if you are a bit like if you want to challenge yourself, try working with just black. Like, have a thinner one and a broader black, like a thicker nibbed one.
A good tip: Google black work, like tattoo stuff, because that's exactly what it is. It's only using the color black. There's no shading. Maybe a couple of like dot work type shading.
Also, Mignola.
Yeah, Mike. Oh yeah.
Mike
Hellboy.
Mignola. Yeah, anything Hellboy. Like, how to sort of express a lot with nothing.
So amazing.
So Frank Miller.
Yeah, they're sort of related in style, I think.
So
I think Mignola is better than Frank Miller.
Actually. But just check him out. Yeah. Like, find the one you like the most, and then draw inspiration from that. Maybe even do some studies. See sort of how they, like, express detail with the way that they paint, you know, like.
Yeah.
Because that is... Like, if you can do that, you can fucking paint whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
In how much detail as you want.
Oh, yes.
Like, because they create sort of, like, the way they tell, like, the visual storytelling in the work is just so good. Like, trust me, just go all nerdy in there. Like, I haven't read any comics, but I do look at the pictures.
Yeah. I bought an art book just with the Mignola.
There you
stuff.
go.
Amazing. Just pretty much the covers for all of his books.
Exactly.
It's like, I think it's 25 years of Mignola or something.
It's been going on at it for a while.
Yeah. Like, I had no idea it was going on for that long. Yeah. But yeah, and the style is the same.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
It's almost amazing how little he's changed.
He hasn't improved now.
The stuff gets more advanced, but it's still the exact same style.
Yeah,
which is so impressive. Because it's like you instantly tell it's a Mignola.
So yeah, I guess those are our tips.
Yes,
for this episode. So first one is buy a sketchbook, buy 2 pens. Yeah. You know, like use 2 pens that you like.
Yeah, maybe clarify what you meant with the big brush pen and the liner. Yeah. So what I'm saying is get the same color.
No, but I would say buy the same color. Like the liner should be darker, and the thicker brush, like any brush or pen or marker that has a thicker broad for you to fill in like big areas with.
Yeah. But just so you can go over with the liner on the thicker one. That's what
exactly.
I'm saying.
So the thicker one should be lighter than the thinner one.
Exactly.
Because you want to draw silhouettes, and then you might want to go in with the other one.
Yeah.
And just sort of like add some details on the silhouette.
If this was me, I would have gone with maybe a cold gray 4 and then maybe a black liner.
Yeah.
Just so I have
or a dark gray liner if that is a thing in your area, or like a like a normal ballpoint pen, a blue one.
Yeah.
They're usually very dark blue, and then you have like a light blue anything that is a bit thicker, so you can sort of fill in big areas. So those are the things I would like recommend you to have with you.
Yeah.
But then also just go entirely black with a brush pen if you want. Just have one pen.
Yeah.
Get a pocket brush from Pentel, or the fuck, or Sakura, or where is it?
Isn't it Sakura?
I have no idea. No, it's not Sakura. Sakura does the multi-liners.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But any type of pocket, I think they're called pocket brush from Pentel.
Okay.
It has a little like Chinese symbol on it, or Japanese symbol. Ooh.
Yeah. Nice.
Whichever. Get something that you like.
Yes.
And then go out there. Sort of imagine what you want to get good at. So if it's anatomy, I would say do a bit of everything just for the fuck of it. It's vacation.
Oh,
do the things that
dip your toes.
Just exactly have fun with it. Because if you get tired of the one thing, you can just move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
So one was draw life drawings of people, like quick ones. Don't spend like 5 minutes trying to sort of capture anything.
No.
Just like quick ones, just to get loose.
Yes.
Then draw from your environment, and like we said, draw fruit. Draw sand. Draw I don't know,
anything.
Yeah, like, car's taillights. Like, it doesn't matter what you draw.
Something that you might find interesting, or just
exactly,
or not even. Like, even if it's not interesting, just start drawing something.
Yeah. See where it leads.
Your brain will probably start processing and developing it into something really interesting.
Exactly, and then just add your twist to it.
Exactly.
And then what we talked about earlier was Robert's challenge, where you could sort of make up Pokemons, like you give each other, like if you do it with friends.
Yeah, or just any type of creature, I guess.
Yeah, any type of creature.
Poopy rainbow pants.
Yeah, exactly. And then you draw poopy rainbow pants.
Maybe that was a little bit too literal.
but it's and then like the song thing that Robert mentioned as well, like just play a song and then just try to interpret it into one thing, or like a drawing or something. You know?
But also give it to your friend.
Yeah, exactly. Like you give each other.
Because you're going to have a vision of this song, and then you give it to someone else, and just to see what happens. And try to limit yourself to like the song if you're just doing quick sketches.
Yeah.
So you just have the song for, 3 to 5 minutes or whatever, and just see what happens.
Yeah.
You know? Open up your mind. There is no spoon.
Exactly. There is no spoon because you're at the beach, and
hopefully you brought
you do something else than
fork.
Spoon. No, and then we had the silhouettes.
Yes.
Just find silhouettes in nature and try to make characters of them. Like, oh, that tree has a fun shape. That garbage bin with that person behind it has create this character. Use that. Paint the silhouette, then use your thinner pen, just add details with darker pen. And then we had one more thing at the end.
Movies, said.
Yeah,
and then
movies.
You came up with the... Yeah, something.
It was the silhouettes.
Yeah. And then we started talking the blacks, all blacks.
Oh, yeah, and then just go all fucking Mignola. Like, just go with black.
Yeah.
If that's... Like, just to challenge yourself.
Cut
to sort
down
of
to the very, very only...
core of the things that you see around you. Yeah, how do I... Yeah.
Yeah, try to make it, as black as possible, but still being...
Non-racist.
But still being very visible, like clear what it is. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Cutting it down to the very, very basic of the shape.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And then try to draw from imagination is the last thing we're going to tell you.
Of course.
And before we actually end this, leave your ego at the door. It doesn't have to be good. I think we can end on that note maybe.
Yeah.
Because we don't want you to forget that this is not prestigious.
No.
This is just to keep drawing.
Exactly.
Because the thing is, if you draw bad for quite some time, you'll eventually...
be good.
Yeah, exactly. You'll polish this turd enough, and and a gold nugget will appear.
Please don't polish your turd.
Yeah, exactly. Unless you're going to make a lot of money off of it.
Oh, yeah.
No, but...
We keep coming back to that. The golden turd.
The golden turd. The Sketchbook Heroes logo.
Yeah,
No.
he's a genius.
But yeah, leave the ego.
Yeah.
That's all. Just like, don't expect it to be good. And
Just
then-
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Enjoy your vacation.
Enjoy vacation, bitches.
High five.
High five. the sad clap. That's great. The sad clap 5. It's a high five.
It was high. Yeah. Any other last words?
Yes. Rate us on iTunes.
Nice.
Visit sketchbookheroes.com. Follow me on Twitter, Ilias Patlis. Follow me on Instagram, Ilias Patlis.
And follow me, Robert Ekblom Art on Instagram. I'm doing Ilias movements here, trying to keep up with him. I'm sweating my balls off.
It's very hot in here.
Oh, feeling the biceps burn.
It's getting hot in here, so rate us on iTunes. Sketchbook Heroes out. Have an awesome vacay.
Love you guys.